This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
We begin tonight with breaking news. A person in custody for a shooting that happened on the MetroLink this afternoon. One person was shot, another was stabbed, a third person reports being cut. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush. This happened just before 12:30 today. Police tell us a shooting happened while the train was traveling from the Shrewsbury Lansdowne stop to Sunnan Station. Officers arrived at the Sunnan Station in Maplewood after reports of a shooting on the train. That's when they arrested a fourth person. Police believe a fight broke out on the train, which led to the shooting and stabbing. Right now, we do not have information on the suspect, but police say all three victims are expected to be okay. The incident caused the MetroLink to stop operations between the Shrewsbury and Brentwood MetroLink stations. All trains, we're told, are running normally now. We're working to learn more about this story so you can stay up to date with 5 on your side. You can also find updates on air, on the 5 Plus streaming app, and on the 5 on your side app.
It's an adapt and overcome.
That was the approach fire crews had to deploy as they battled a house fire in the extreme cold. The icy pavement even caused one firefighter to fall, showing just how dangerous this weather can be. And today, fire crews across the bi-state are busy, mentally battling fires and cold temperatures. 5 on your side's Travis Cummings shows us how some firefighters are responding and what you can do to keep your home and family safe in these conditions.
You guys were assigned to interior?
The North County Fire and Rescue crew is prepared to do what it does best.
The crew that came on this morning, they've already had 2, actual working residential fires.
With snow on the ground and temperatures below zero, their response looks a lot different.
We try to keep these guys warm. Guys are putting extra clothing on the trucks so that when they do get wet, and they get a break, they can change it out.
They carry around these bags with extra hats. There's gloves, there's even grippers for the bottom of their boots. All of those items came in handy in the city, too, as crews battled a hoarding situation while braving the cold themselves.
Something that a lot of us are used to through the years. The younger firefighters, we bring them along, tell them kind of what they need to do, how they need to prepare.
On the flip side of things, Chief Keith Goldstein says we have to be vigilant at home by only temporarily using devices like space heaters.
Take a jacket off, we go to throw it, and it lands on there, and we forget about it. And, that starts fires there. The other things that I need people to understand is that your gas stoves are not for heating.
And if you're using your fireplace,
make sure you're burning wood that's dry wood. It's not wet wood.
Then there's the calls about the broken pipes and water leaks.
The owners have to keep that sprinkler system active so that it does its job. If they don't have the building heated, those pipes freeze.
Officials urge the public and municipalities to do their parts so they can do theirs.
It's just like the profession. It's an adapt and overcome.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
The National Fire Protection Association says home fires occur more in the winter than any other season. Heating equipment is involved in 1 of every 6 reported home fires and 1 in every 5 home fire deaths. Another fire broke out on Minnesota Avenue this afternoon. A vacant home on that street went up in flames. Fire crews responding, also fighting dangerously low temperatures as they put out that fire. We have a crew on the scene of another fire that broke out in Eureka this afternoon. We'll have more on that tonight on 5 on your side at 10. The cold temperatures also caused a water main to burst in the Metro East. Here's the scene from Namioki Road on Granite City this morning. Police there say the freezing temperatures caused the break. A reminder for your home, it's important to keep those faucets dripping to avoid frozen or busting pipes as the cold temperatures continue. Let's take a live look outside. The severe cold weather means we are in a weather alert again. The snow that fell yesterday is sticking around a bit, and temperatures have been in the single digits. And the dangerously low temperatures will stick around for the next couple of days. Weather First meteorologist Gary Frank is here with more on what's to come.
Yeah, it's obviously causing a lot of issues, as you just spent the better part of the last 4 minutes talking about, right? And, you know, that's what we're still sticking with the next couple of days. As it's very cold, even clearing has not helped us too much. In fact, it's added to our insult to injury overnight, as we've had clouds through most of the day and even some light snow from Farmington into Mount Vernon. That's the system. That's the type of snow we had in more areas yesterday, and that's what we'll continue to see, more of that stay off to our southeast. We'll see another burst of that perhaps tomorrow, but we have a wind chill warning now in areas to our north till Tuesday at midday, and then the rest of the areas in a wind chill advisory as well. Really has the severity of how cold it is, and when you add the wind, it's just going to be something that we continue to deal with here over the next especially couple of days. Through Tuesday, it's 2 now. We have a west-northwest breeze at only 9 miles an hour, but it makes it feel like it's 13. And locally, those wind chills have been between 10 to 15 through most of the day. I think overall tonight it's going to get, once again, very cold with a few flurries around. We'll talk about when we're going to finally break out of this extreme cold and our next opportunity for snow.
The bitter cold temperatures are filling up the warming shelters across our area. Right now, many shelters are struggling to find enough beds for those in need. As temperatures continue in the teens, it's especially dangerous for people in the homeless community. Mercedes McKay visited the St. Patrick's Center to see how they're faring.
The snow on the ground and the below freezing temperatures outside meant the inside of 800 North Tucker Street was packed.
It's just been really busy here.
The St. Patrick's Center warming shelter is just one of the many across St. Louis reaching capacity during this bitter cold.
As the temperatures get dangerously close, we are really pushing that capacity because it's just not in us to allow folks to suffer.
CEO Amanda Lawmeyer has been one of the many volunteers helping those in need over the weekend. She says some of the things she's seen has really worried her.
The first woman that walked in had severe frostbite. She had spent the entire evening out Friday night. She was in a lot of pain. She needed to be warmed up.
Lawmeyer says they give clothes and food to everyone that comes in. If they don't have room in their shelter, they'll make sure they find a warm place to stay through the Winter Outreach program.
Winter Outreach is a group of volunteers that connect people with shelters that are available, and they call them pop-up shelters because they'll often open up during these extreme temperatures.
With limited shelters across our area, Lawmeyer says no matter the temperatures, there's always a cause for concern when the season hits.
Every winter is always a little bit scary. I mean, anytime it drops below 20 degrees, you really don't want to be outside. That may not be considered dangerous, but it's not comfortable.
As the temperatures only continue to drop, shelters are doing the best they can, but Lawmeyer worries it still won't be enough.
Despite all of the amazing efforts, we know there's still not enough shelter beds out there, and there will be some folks that are outside.
Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
The St. Patrick's Center accepts donations Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And right now they specifically need winter weather clothing like gloves, scarves, hats, and jackets. The Iowa caucuses are set for tomorrow. How the weather could impact the events leading up to it.